evening, everybody across the nation, around the world, wherever you may be. This is the NECA King, and today we are setting up for the Summer Sizzler. Things are kind of a mess in here. The kids running around everywhere. Don't worry about that. It's kind of going to be a loosey-goosey episode, okay? Not a lot of editing, not a lot of tricks. Today we are going to look at the Mandalorian Privateer Axe Woves figure, and we're going to talk about how NECA, this concept that's been getting kicked around recently, that NECA has been putting out basically not action figures, but like statues that you can pose. And I'm beginning to put a lot of stock into that theory, and we're going to look at that today a little bit. We're going to look at this little Axe Woves thing, this $5 thing that I got at Ross. When I was standing in the line at Ross and I saw this, it was $5. I was like, you know what, I want to put that on my I have a little tiny Star Wars shelf, a tiny one. I was like, I want to put that on there because I love Mandalorians and I wanted something on card. That was a badass card with all those Mandalorians walking around. Then the jetpack fell out of that little holder that it was in back there, and it was really pissing me off. That's the kind of thing that makes me want to go crazy. But I got it for $5. I think that they're totally worth $5. That's probably exactly what they're worth. But I was completely blown away here by the posability and the just like the level of care. I know this is Kenner. I know this is like the toy company that's, it's one of the toy companies of toy companies here. But how is this little tiny thing like? So I've been having fun with this all week. It's been sitting on my desk and I've been fucking around with it all week. And it's just like, you can pull so much stuff out of it just by tooling around with it. He's got so many different points of articulation, and he's very tiny. Like, these are very tiny action figures. But how is it that you can pull this out of a human action figure that's this tall? But we're going to look at the NECA Stormtrooper, or the NECA Foot Soldier, like another human character that's not like a cartoony design, and what you can pull out of that. We're going to do a comparison. We're going to see how much NECA sucks. NECA fucking blows. I'm sorry I'm all distracted. I'm doing like 50 things at once. I'm just making this as kind of like a little amuse-bouche for the Summer Sizzler. The Summer Sizzlers are full of steak. It's full of fries. It's full of mushroom Swiss burgers with caramelized onions. But this is a little amuse-bouche, okay? And we're going to do this real quick. And I promise I'll be more focused for the rest of the video. Okay, let's get this thing actually posing up and see what we can do with it. All right, so here we go. We have the Axe Woves here. And got a nice little head sculpt here. It comes with a jetpack, it comes with a gun, and it comes with a helmet. The helmet has this little antenna that moves. I thought that there was a helmet that slips on, but it's actually a whole different extra head. And here, check this out. Watch this, NECA. Take notes. Look, the head just pops off. The neck peg doesn't pop out. It doesn't like completely destroy the head to pop it off. It doesn't take 3 forevers. You don't have to fucking boil the figure. You don't have to boil the fucking figure to get the head off. The head just pops off, and the next one pops on. And there it is. Here's another little thing that I love. The gun doesn't have a trigger guard, which seems ridiculous, but with a tiny figure like this, you don't want the trigger guard because it's just going to break anyway. So they just got rid of it. Just anticipated the breakage. And then you have just all these different points of articulation. Oh, look, you even have a place for him to put his weapon. Sometimes NECA doesn't do that. They'll just like not even give you storage for the weapon on the figure. So you just like have all these different places that you can turn. Like if you threw a couple different hands in here, or a couple different other little weapons or accessories, like you would have some serious shit. You can turn there. You've got thigh stuff going on, knees. It's got little ankle rockers on there. And like if NECA made a figure this big, it would be a fucking 5-point. You wouldn't have anything. Let's take a look at this. Human foot soldier, okay? Doesn't even really move at the waist. Like, he's kind of got to move at the waist a little bit, but he doesn't move. You can't move him at the chest, too. He doesn't have anything on the thigh. Everything's stiff as fuck. I've probably boiled, or not boiled, but I probably warmed this figure up like 20 times the amount of times that I've owned it. It's still stiff as fuck. And like you couldn't, if you wanted to, you couldn't get the posing out of this. Jesus Lord. Still very stiff. You couldn't get the posing out of this that you could get out of the little axe woes. How is it that this is a tiny little thing for $5 at Ross? Which, you know, I know that they I know that they sell them for $20.25 at Walmart or whatever, but it's like, come on. NECA needs to really get their shit together. It's just about time for, I think, them to close shop. I think that's what they're doing. I think that they're just going to make Terrifier fucking Art the Clown figures from now on, because they're obviously not putting any care into what they do. Okay, you want to talk about posability? Here's the Worms of Madness Shredder. He's super posable. He does all kinds of things. Paint's fucking chipping off everywhere. Got paint chipping off everywhere, and you can't pose him cool from any position except from the front, because he's got this fucking diaper in the back. He's doing the She-Hulk twerk. He's doing the fucking She-Hulk twerk. NECA just always fucks it up. And it's like, can't you just get like somebody to, why don't you get somebody to like go work at Kenner for 6 months? You know what I mean? Get a job at Kenner for 16 months and report back to NECA. You know, figure out what the fuck to do with your lives. Anyway, I'm not going to make this too long. This is the NECA King. I just wanted to say thank you. Stop by for the Summer Sizzler. We're kicking it off in just a couple of days with the unboxing of the Joker. And then we're just going to be starting with the In the Halls of the NECA King. And then if I can wrangle Tariq Nasheed and Robin Leach to get them back into the booth to do $10,000 shelf. We're going to be doing $10,000 shelf on Juneteenth. So, yeah, you know, NECA, get your shit together. Make one figure that's as good as this. And I'll see you guys in a couple days for the Summer Sizzler. Bye.